this week's pull list, February 25th, we got 12 pulls for a total of $55. I like to stick to $50, but that's all right. Last couple weeks have been pretty light, like I was saying. Pick of the week this week, as you guys can see, a lot of cool things. We got double absolutes. We got an ultimates issue. Some good stuff from DC. A lot of great stuff from Image with Escape, Power Fantasy. We got a new DC Vertigo title as well with an Ezra Cain mystery, Peril of the Brutal Dark. I think for me, pick of the week is going to be Absolute Wonder Woman number 17. We know that she's going up against the Absolute Suicide Squad, Absolute Zatanna, and the rest of her crew. I'm excited to get into it. So this is going to be the follow-up to issue 16. And I had a lot of fun with issue 16. Let's see what I gave it as a rating. We gave it a 5-star, dude. So really good issue there. Looking to keep it going. Wonder Woman betrayed. Diana faces off against a team assembled with only one mission in mind: take down Wonder Woman at any cost. But after a strangely intimate betrayal, Diana finds herself outplayed, boxed in, and running out of options. So we know that Hayden Sherman, Kelly Thompson, the rest of the creative team continuing their fun series. Absolute Wonder Woman is my pick of the week. But with that being said, we got Paul Dev in the chat. He's saying, hey, Absolute Martian Manhunter number 9 week. That might be Paul Dev's pick of the week. Close second for my pick of the week. We know this series has been really good from Dennis Camp, Javier Rodriguez. We got issue 9, 10, 11, and 12. So only 4 more left before this creative team says goodbye to John Jones and the Martian. Interesting kind of place we've set up at, or, that they've been leading us to. We know that our Martian has been sort of kidnapped by this evil government organization, it seems. And it seems like John Jones has been invaded possibly by like an anti-Martian. It's separate from the white Martian, so very interesting. It says, alien autopsy, what Martian secrets will the agency discover as they peel back layers of mystery, metaphor, and fascia? Meanwhile, John searches for his missing partner as his world continues to crumble around him. Loving the cover on this one as we see John Jones' kid playing with the characters of the series like dolls. He's been doing that. He's like a kid who really likes Play-Doh and that sort of thing. So looking forward to this. We got a great Werther Dell'Edera cover there, a Dan Hip cover as well. All the covers for Absolute Martian Manhunter in particular are really weird and trippy, so really cool stuff. Loving the Absolute Martian Manhunter series. Derek Seaborn says, a Peril of the Brutal Dark for him is pick of the week. Let's get into it, man, because that's got to be... yeah, to be honest with you, that's probably my pick of the week as well. Just because this creative team of Chris Condon and Jacob Phillips, they're coming back together, rejoining for a DC Vertigo title. It says that it's going to be, New York City, 1941. This character, Ezra Cain, is a private investigator, and he is going to be going on this quest to stop these evil people. I think they're going to be fascists. I think they're going to be Nazis. They're going to be... they were going to be stealing from the Museum of Natural History an ancient anvil said to hold the power of the Greek god Hephaestus. So it's going to be like an Indiana Jones type, but we know that with him being a private investigator, you're going to be getting that crime and noir sort of flavors in this series. And I just love this creative team, from That Texas Blood to the Enfield Gang Massacre. It's just really cool seeing them team back up for a DC Vertigo title. And Chris Condon and Jacob Phillips as the colorist and the artist, the interior artist as well as doing his own coloring. And then Hassan Atsmanalegu, the best letterer in the game. Very exciting stuff. So this is honestly probably my pick of the week. It's a close 3-way tie, man. DC has a lot of cool stuff coming out. So it's between that, Absolute Wonder Woman, Absolute Martian Manhunter. They're all fighting for the top spot. But I will say that Peril of the Brutal Dark was my most anticipated DC Vertigo title. So, big ups to that because a lot of cool stuff's coming from Vertigo. But that one, to me, has the most promise. Let's keep it going, though, and talk about the Ultimates issue 21. This one's going to be focused on Luke Cage, at least from the cover and at least on the solicits here. It reads, Luke Cage and New Avengers led by Luke Cage take on the Maker's Council. Prisoners turn superpowered heroes thanks to the heroic catalyst reclaimed from the Maker in an all-out brawl across the globe. We know that the Ultimates network is spinning up. More people are getting invited to join the Ultimates. Regular everyday people are joining, but then also more and more superpowered people are being created in this Ultimate Universe to try to fight back against the Maker. It's been some of my favorite parts of the Ultimate Universe, like this Luke Cage character, and just what he's been working on, and kind of his goals, and yeah, just his story and his journey in the Ultimate Universe, I think has been one of the most interesting parts. So really excited to see some more from this Luke Cage. And Dennis Camp writing this one, so Dennis Camp with 2 big issues this week. Really great stuff there. As we see the Ultimate Universe coming to an end, I think they even delayed the ending, man. It's like, Jesus Christ. I'm just kind of looking for it to end. I don't really want to keep track of the Ultimate Universe anymore, even though I've really been enjoying this Ultimate series, and we're going to be talking about Ultimate Spider-Man here in a second once we get into the reviews. But yeah, the Ultimate Universe coming to an end. Just kill it already, man. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's talk about some DCKO tie-ins. We know DCKO is still going on. Fun stuff there. We got Superman number 35. A lot of interesting things going on in the Superman title. We know that since Superman's in the tournament, it's been Lois Lane and Superboy Prime outside of the tournament that are trying to handle things. And, you know, they got to try to do what they can to try to save the DC Universe. It seems like... Actually, let's just read the solicit. I think it'll explain it better. The end is nigh. Superman's time in the tournament has taken its toll, and now Darkseid's Legion plans to make a massive sacrifice for their lord, and Time Trapper is too late to stop them. Only 3 unlikely heroes can show the corrupted Legion the light. The end of this issue sets up the end of DCKO, but also massive status quo changes for Superman. I'm expecting this to kind of lead the charge for the new sort of, like they say here, the status quo change for Superman. Later this year, we know that it's going to be the reign of the Superboys, I believe. So Superboy Prime taking over the main Superboy title, Superman title, and the rest of the Superboy characters getting some shine in the Superman side of things over at DC. So excited about that. I think that the DCKO tie-ins have all been pretty solid, but the Superman one especially has been real fun. I just like anything with Superboy Prime. I think he's a really cool character. So Josh Williamson, we still have Eddie Barrows. Such a cool look for any of the Superman family of characters. I think Eddie Barrows just nails it with some assisting inking from Abir here, and some great coloring from Sanchez. Sanchez's stuff on Eddie Barrows' like line work is just really great. So Superman number 35, the first DCKO tie-in we're talking about. We also got to talk about this one here. This is going to be the Terrific 10 Part 5, maybe closing out this little arc for the Terrific 10. We know that Mr. Terrific is in hell. He's trying to stop, I think, Neuron, right? Yeah, he's trying to get him to sort of hold off on his what he's doing on Earth at the same time that Darkseid's doing his thing. So Mr. Terrific in hell, as the Earth's mass evacuation continues, in order to save millions, Mr. Terrific and what's left of his Terrific 10 must march through hell to confront its ultimate ruler, Neuron, and expose the traitor in their midst. So we know that in Terrific 10, a member of that group has been sort of working with Neuron this whole time. A pretty crazy twist in that last issue. So looking to keep it going with Justice League Unlimited number 16. I had this on my pull, but I'm not picking it up, I don't think, unless my shop has it on the side. But this is one of the DCK times I haven't been keeping up with in single issues. But the Flash 30 also comes out. Mark Waid, Christopher Cantwell as the writers. So I think that's why I initially pulled it on the app, but I don't know if my shop will have one for me. Let's keep it going. Jumping into some of the Image comics, or I guess some of the indies to close out this portion of the video. We got Skinbreaker number 6, The Battle That Had to Happen, Enoch versus Spoiler, a Robert Kirkman written series with David Finch on the artwork. One of the most beautiful books on stands right now. It really is like stunning work to look at. Not like all about the story. It's pretty solid. It's okay. Not like the best thing ever of all time, but I do think that it's worth it, at least for me, to pick it up from the art perspective at least. So keeping it going with Skinbreaker. We also have the return of Escape. Man, Escape has been so good. Captured and surrounded, Milton Shaw's final mission begins, but when the walls come down, so does the lie, because getting caught was never the plan. The explosive finale to the first story arc of Rick Remender and Daniel Acuña's smash hit new series. You guys know I've been loving Rick Remender and Daniel Acuña's series Escape here. It's so good. It's anthropomorphic animals. The guy on the cover here, he's like a bear named Milton. He is going on this mission in World War II time frame. He's trying to bomb this giant cannon that the Nazis are going to use to win the war. And his plane gets shot down. So he's behind enemy lines and he's still trying to complete his mission. So really, really good stuff. And this is not really a side, whatever. I just played Metal Gear Solid Delta, and it's so similar to this game, or at least this mission, right? Like being behind enemy lines and trying to destroy this cannon. That's just the plot of Metal Gear Solid Delta, so really fun there. With Escape, excited for the series to return. Let's also talk about the Power Fantasy. Issue number 16. The last issue ended off on such a cliffhanger, I don't even know where to begin. Like, reading issue 16, we don't even know if the world's gonna be like a thing, or did the world just blow up? It just says, okay, then you win, let's do a fight. All right, so that's an interesting solicit from Kieran Gillen and Casper Wingard here. We don't know what the heck's gonna be going on in this issue. Is this series gonna be ending? Because look, there's nothing else solicited, guys. What's going on with Power Fantasy? Is this the finale to the series? I have no idea. Power Fantasy number 16, I'm excited to get into it. And it really is. I mean, if this ends the series, man, one of the best series out of Image, really, honestly. Like a top 10 for sure. Like, you guys got to pick it up. Look at my ratings for each issue. It's been it's at like a 4.5 out of 5 average. Okay, so number 3... It doesn't say which issues it includes. I don't know if this is the last issue, guys. We'll have to see. Power Fantasy number 16. Excited to see what the heck's going on with it. And the future for Power Fantasy, we'll have to check up on that. Let's talk about the newest Universal Monsters series that's coming out. We got The Phantom of the Opera. This comes out this week from writer Tyler Boss with art from Martin Simmons. Martin Simmons might be familiar if you read Department of Truth or you read the previous Universal Monsters, the Dracula series with James Tynion as the writer. So Tyler Boss, well-versed in the slasher genre. He just did You'll Do Bad Things last year that I quite enjoyed with artwork from Adriano Turlici, I think. And yeah, that was a good slasher story. So getting Tyler Boss to come in and mess around in the Universal Monsters sandbox, I think is a great idea. Teaming up with artist Martin Simmons, some of the best artwork, one of the best artists in the modern day, I think, because if you turn to like just a random page of Martin Simmons stuff, it looks like an actual piece of art. Like you could just take that page out, put it on a poster, or put it in a frame in like a museum or something like that. It really is that good. So just the fact that we have Martin Simmons doing a lot of the interiors we're just so lucky as comic fans. So yeah, looking forward to picking this up. A new Universal Monsters series. This has potential to possibly be like, I don't know, like the second best or the third best, man. So all the Universal Monster stuff has been solid, but I have high hopes for the Phantom of the Opera here. And then I think this is the last one. Yeah, last comic to talk about for the pull list for February 25th. A new series, new number 1 from writer-artist Dave Chisholm. I'm a huge fan of Dave Chisholm stuff. I have right over here, we have Chasing the Bird. We have Miles Davis' Search for the Sound. I also really enjoy Enter the Blue. Dave Chisholm also did Plague House last year. He also did Spectrum with Rick Quinn as the writer last year. So a lot of great stuff from Dave Chisholm. His output is so incredibly high, like the quality. So excited to see his new series come out of Mad Cave. It's called Is Ted Okay? It's all about the guy on the cover here. He is starting to lose it. He's not really doing well mentally. And someone has been tasked to watch over him online, I guess, like sort of spy on him potentially and just make sure that he doesn't, I don't know, like hurt anybody, hurt himself or whatever. And so she decides to try to intervene and sees that he's not doing well, and she tries to reach out and help him, but that causes all sorts of other issues. So is Ted okay? We're waiting to see what's going on with this one, but in the solicit, Dave says that it mashes up the existentialism of Severance with the cosmic sci-fi of Akira while exploring what happens when the act of help goes horribly wrong. So yeah, following Dave Chisholm's other great smash hits, I'm expecting Is Ted Okay to be another one in Dave Chisholm's belt. So yeah, Is Ted Okay? Excited about that one. And that's the last thing we're talking about for this week's pull list. Looking back over it, it's got to be the Ezra Cain Peril of the Brutal Dark is my number 1 pick. Close second, and like as close as you can be in second place, we got Absolute Wonder Woman, followed even closer by Absolute Martian Manhunter. Then we got some great stuff from DC, only one thing from Marvel, and then a lot of great stuff from Image Comics as well this week. So that's what I'm picking up. Let me know what you're picking up down in the comments, and while you're down there, like if you like, sub if you love, and catch you guys in the next one. For those that don't know, New Comic Book Weekly is a live show that I do every single Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern. I talk about the previous week's weekly comic book reviews. I also talk about the current week's pull list, everything I'm looking forward to that week. And then we do a giant, big old topic live with you guys, the audience. So this past week, we talked about the DC solicits, and we had a great time doing it, man. So catch me every single Monday, 4 p.m. Eastern, for New Comic Weekly. You can be like those in the chat. We got Paul Dev, we got Uncapped, we got Ethan Johnson, we got a lot of people like, we got Named, we got Christopher Allen, he was here earlier, we got Bricks Meter, right? Derek Seaborn, of course. So a lot of fun people joining for a New Comic Book Weekly, and you can join them too every single Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, another New Comic Book Weekly. So yeah, shout out to everybody for watching live,